Hey everybody, I'm Molly Gibbons and I cheer at Cheer Extreme, and I'm going to show you how to do your makeup using Fancy Face Cosmetics. First, I'm going to put on a base coat that is really good to help hold your competition makeup on, so while you're tumbling and everything it doesn't fall off. Then you're going to put on your teal for the base, and you're going to use brushes for that. And then in the inner part of your eye, to make it lighter and on the brow bone, you're going to use the white silver powder, and then you're going to use your black for definition on the outsides to make your eyes pop while you're on stage. And so that's pretty much your eyes, except for you want to use, this is black liquid eyeliner, and it's really, the tip is really sharp, and it's good for the cat eye effect and really getting a fine line on your eye for that perfection kind of look. And then you do your mascara, this right here. And lastly, you want to put on a good layer of foundation for your face so that on stage you'll look not glossy and sweaty like after warm-ups. And then this is the Fancy Face High Definition Blush. It's a Pixie blush, and it's really good. You put it on your cheekbones, and it makes your cheeks look more defined on stage, so you have a more prominent figure. And lastly, before you compete, you put on your bright red lipstick. On stage, if you wear lipstick, you don't look washed out, you don't look as pale, and your lips and your smile looks whiter, and it's just prettier, and everyone loves red lipstick. Okay, first I'm going to put on the eyeshadow base. Like I said, this really helps keep your makeup on, so while you're tumbling in warm-ups and taking pictures and stuff at competitions, your makeup doesn't fall off. And you just want to put on your whole eye, and if you're going to have a cat eye, make sure you get it everywhere the eyeshadow is going to touch. So what I've done is I've put on a base teal, and you just put it on your entire eye, and you leave a strip up at your brow bone for the silver. And now I'm going to use the Fancy Face teal. This is a really good teal because it's got shimmer in it, and on stage when you're performing or looking down, you see it glistening, and it's really pretty. And you put it on just on the center of your eye because you want the corner left for the lighter color. So you put it on in the center and up near your crease. And you don't have to have a lot on the brush. You just put it on there to where you can see it on your eye. And I found that this particular powder makeup works best if you pat it on instead of rubbing it, because if you rub it sometimes it'll streak or leave marks of skin. So you want to pat it on really well and make a shape of your eye like an oval, because you're going to use the black for the cat eye effect. Okay, so all I've done now is taken a black and put it around the outside of my teal eyeshadow, and it's kind of like in a backwards C shape, and you want to take it out as far as your lashes are. So you go all the way out here and also take it up to the end of your brow bone or your eyebrow, and really get the whole thing covered. You want to cover all the teal. And so then I'm going to use the Fancy Face black, and this is really pretty also like the teal. It's very shimmery, and you can tell that the whole thing is full of sparkles that'll look really good on stage. So what you're going to do is apply this really sparkly definition to the outside around where you were. And so now that there's not a defined, so that there isn't a defined teal line, you're going to take the black sparkle and dab it, and just with light strokes brush it towards the teal. So you can see I'm kind of blending it. And you don't have to worry about getting too much, because you can always go back and add more teal. So you're just going to dab it, and you can even see the sparkles from here. And then you want to get it all the way in the corner. And if you get it too high up, or you want a perfect line, if you're a perfectionist, just get a Q-tip that has a sharp edge like this and go over the top where your brow is and just wipe it off, and that makes a perfect line. And don't worry about all the makeup on your face, because do your eyes first and then do your face makeup so that you can wipe your face with a makeup wipe so you don't have streaks of makeup everywhere. So that's the black, and you can use a skinny brush like this for the little small edges and for smearing it if you want to. Or you can use a fat brush like this because it does a better job of holding all the glitter together. And you can just apply it straight to the corner of your eye. And again, make sure you go all the way out to your eyebrow. So now I'm going to use a kind of cone-shaped brush. All the bristles come to a tip at the end. And get this silvery white powder. It's very sparkly as well. And I'm gonna apply it to the center, or the part of where your tear duct is, like this, just to highlight the inside of your eye and just make it more dramatic that it goes from silver to black all in one eye. So you're gonna apply it to the top and the bottom of your eye like that. And also take it and just dab it right above your brow bone, and it's okay if it gets in your eyebrow. So you're gonna dab it like that, and also it just makes the black look like it doesn't just stop. It blends it in really well. So then you're just gonna take your finger like this and just smear it together so it's not defined lines like that. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is go back with my teal and just reapply it to places like this where my teal has gotten smeared while I was just applying other stuff, and put the teal on again. And so then it makes it look more teal, it's smeared to black, so it's not just a defined line. Okay, then the last thing you want to do is apply the eyeliner. And this is how we get the cat eye effect, and it really makes your black way darker. And so you take it, and starting in the corner, you're gonna go up and follow the line of your black, and then go along the top of your black and kind of shade just a little bit of the black in, and then do one little streak down. It kind of makes it look like half of an X-Man on your eye, and then go back with your small black brush and just blend that black in to make it look even darker. And then what I like to do at the very end, after you do that, is take a little bit of glitter eyeliner and just go right next to that black line so that it's just glitter right next to it, and it just looks really pretty. And then your eye will look a little bit funny until you put your mascara on, because your eyelashes are full of all the glitter and the eyeshadow. So you really want to make sure you apply your mascara really well. And to me, mascara is a lot like nail polish. If you apply one coat, you have to wait for it to dry before you put the next one on, or else it globs up and gets all clumpy. Some people want to just keep applying mascara, but you have to be really patient and let it dry. So the best thing I found to do is, if you're doing both eyes, to do one eye and then go to the other one and then come back and just keep going back and forth. And don't just do one eye, because if you let it clump up, then your eyelashes won't look as long. And this is the Fancy Face waterproof black. And waterproof is really good when you compete, because backstage anything could happen. You could be getting water or something get on your eye, or just if you get hurt, or if you get stressed out and you might tear up, or if you're just really, really happy and you tear up, you don't want your makeup running. And mascara is also really easy to get off with a sharp Q-tip as well. And before I do my face makeup, I'm gonna rub and blend in all the makeup that I have underneath my eye, so it's not so all over my eye. And like I said, before you put your face makeup on, make sure you use a makeup wipe to just wipe your face down. Okay, so all I've done is I've wiped all the excess eyeshadow off my face, and now I'm gonna use the Extra Oil Control pressed face powder from Fancy Face, which is really good because when you're backstage practicing and you're warming up, you can get sweaty, and if it's extra oil control like this is, it'll keep you from looking glossy on stage. And so you just use the brush and just apply it to everywhere. And it's okay if you get close to your makeup, don't be afraid to get right under your eyelashes, so that if there's any extra powder or anything, it'll get covered up. You want to just put this on your whole face. And this is the medium to light color. If you are really tan, or if you live in a tropical place and you're always in the sun, you would probably want to go a little bit darker and get a medium or a dark shade. I don't really tan very well, and so when I get spray tans, this will blend everything together very well. And so after that, you're going to use the Fancy Face blush I was telling you about. It's really, really sparkly, and it looks really pretty on stage when we competed with it. You just want to apply it right above your cheekbone, like right in this area. and you take it all the way from here all the way to your hairline. And I'm using just a standard brush for this. And high definition stuff like this with all these sparkles in it are really evident on stage, and especially in pictures and up close, and no matter where you are, you can tell that it gives your face a little bit more definition than it would with any other makeup. And this is also called the Amber Sky from Fancy Face. It's really pretty. It's not too red and it's not too dark. It looks just perfect on any complexion and anybody's skin, so a whole team could have the exact same thing and it'll work for everybody. And so you just do that on both sides, and you can see where I have a line kind of like this. You just want to rub in like a circular motion to smear it out and just make it blend. And then if you want to be darker, then you can apply a bronzer. I don't particularly like using bronzer just because I don't like a bunch of stuff on my face, but if you want to use a bronzer, put it on before your blush and just apply it everywhere, and don't forget to smear out if you have any lines underneath your chin and stuff like that. And then the last thing you need to do before you compete is use your red lipstick. This is called, it's just red from Fancy Face, and it comes to a very good point, which is good for the top parts of your lips right there. And so you just want to put it on, and you can keep it with you and make sure you reapply it throughout warm-ups because it really keeps you from looking pale and washed out on stage. And when you do lipstick, make sure that you get all the way to the tips of your lip, and you want to start there and go all the way to the corner. Some people don't like to get the corners, but if you don't, when you're singing the words to your music on stage and your mouth is open, you'll have like white marks where you don't have your lipstick on. And also, if you mess something up, if you just use a Q-tip, it'll get it right off. And that's that. And what you saw, everything was from Fancy Face Cosmetics, and you can get it at shopfancyface.com or follow them on Instagram, and they promote all their makeup, and they'll even show you how to put it on and show you a picture just like the way that Cheerstring does.